Hello, coffee lovers. My name is Russell Volts from Lake City Coffee. And today we're going to talk about how to make the best black coffee that you have ever imagined in your life. It's a number of tricks to it, and we're going to go over 5 rules in making great black coffee. You notice we have here, we're using a French press at the moment. And that's just so I can show you the expression on my face when we take it. Just a virgin cup of coffee, nothing in it, no cream, no milk, no chocolate, no sprinkles, no caramel, no nothing, just plain old straight great. Oh, smooth coffee. Now keep in mind, I'm not a big fan of really strong, bold coffee. I want something smooth. I want something smooth as a baby's butt and, just nice going down, relaxing. I want an experience. I don't want the caffeine. I want the experience of having coffee. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So the first reason somebody might want to go with black coffee as opposed to, coffee that has all kinds of additives to it, is it just tastes great. And when it tastes this great, this kind of coffee, you don't want all that other stuff. Not to mention, this is 2 calories per 8 ounces. 2. Where you start adding all that other stuff, you could be 300 calories. So rule number one is avoid industrial coffee. That means avoid industrial coffee companies like Starbucks for one, Hills Brothers, Maxwell House, GC. You can even go to Costco, Kirkland. They're all industrial coffee companies. In other words, they are doing huge batches. They buy the cheapest beans that money can buy, and then they blend them together. Now, granted, I know they're telling you that this is 100% Colombian. Do you know Colombia is about the same size as Montana? Can you imagine how much different Montana is from one end to the other, north to south, east to west? Same with Colombia, and the coffee's different. So when you blend those all together, what you're getting is a mishmash. On top of that, because they're buying the cheapest beans that money can buy from the industrial coffee companies, they also burn the snot out of that coffee. Why do they do that? So you can't taste how bad the coffee is. You might as well be drinking charcoal. Heck, save yourself some money. Go buy a 25-pound bag of Kingsford charcoal and drink that. You might as well. Now, here's another sad thing. Coffee, as soon as it's roasted, it starts oxidizing. And when it oxidizes, it gets bitter and it gets old and it loses its flavor and it loses any oils that might be in it. So old beans equals bitter beans. And sadly enough, a vast majority of coffee sold in the United States has been sitting in warehouses and on store shelves for months, if not years. Rule number 2, buy top quality beans. This is a tough one, okay? I always recommend single source beans. This coffee that I source and bring in are single source. That means they were all grown. All the beans in my bag of coffee has been grown on the same hill by the same farmer and picked the same day. That's called single source as opposed to a blend. Now, you're going to have to ask yourself what country or region you like your coffee from. Now, I personally don't like Ethiopian, but there's a lot of people that really do like it, and that's cool. Anything, if you like it, drink it. I always tell people. So, but start experimenting. Experimenting is the key to finding great coffee that doesn't need any additives to it. Now, here's the next big question. Where do you buy it? Where do you buy single source coffee that's really good, high quality, and that you like a lot? In the old days, I'd say go down to a local coffee roaster, not a coffee shop, But a roaster, they actually have the machine there. You can watch them roasting, so that way at least you know that it's fresh. It's not necessarily great coffee, but at least it's fresh, which is a long way towards having good quality coffee. So, talking about roasting, rule number 3, buy coffee that's been gently roasted. In other words, it's all about the oils. If you crack open a coffee bean, inside it's a little bit oily. Those oils have all the antioxidants, bioflavonoids, caffeine, aroma, and flavor. Without those oils, you've got nothing. That's why your local roaster or roaster like myself, you can buy off of the internet as well. Now, there's no guarantees there. There's lots of industrial coffee companies selling on the internet. But there are little guys like me that we roast low and slow to keep those oils there. And when we roast maybe white coffee, which is really kind of golden color. A medium roast would be a medium brown. And a dark roast would be a very dark brown, never black. If it's black, don't drink it. It's not worth it because all you're getting basically is charcoal. And the difference in flavor by having top quality beans that are gently roasted is night and day. Now, lastly, the big deal is you want coffee that has a roast date stamped on it. We take every single bag that we've got and we stamp the date that we roasted it. So it comes out of the bin, we stamp the bag, we fill the bag up with beans, we stick it in a box, it's still warm, goes to USPS and gets shipped off to you. So roasted and shipped the same day. All right, now let's get down to the specifics on learn how to make great black coffee. You want black coffee like this that doesn't need anything? It's only a couple of things you need to do. First of all, experiment. If you're not willing to experiment, you might as well go buy some cheap, nasty coffee and use a drip machine, right? So if you want to make great coffee, all you got to do is experiment a little bit. It took me about 6 tries. 6 tries before I hit on something where I went, wow, this is amazing. And duplicating that without a scale, that's number 1. Weigh your beans. Without a scale, you're kind of guessing. This is a 1/4 cup. This is what I use to make 16 ounces. A 1/4 cup, you add 6 more beans to that, you change the flavor. You take 6 beans away, you change the flavor. So weighing is critical. I use 20 grams of my beans for 16 ounces of coffee. It's just what I happen to experiment and go, wow, this is really good. And by weighing them, now I can duplicate it every time. Next question is grinding. You go 1 notch finer or coarse. Take a look at that. You see this is a typical electric grinder. 1 notch will change the entire flavor of the coffee. Generally speaking, the finer the grind, the more bitter the coffee, but also the more flavor you get. The coarser the grind, the more smooth the coffee, but you're not getting quite as much flavor. Therefore, grinding is critical. Now, I use a manual grinder because it's made in the USA. All electric grinders all come from China. I don't care, even if it says Italy on it, it was made in China or the parts all came from China. Every single part of this little booger here was made in Missouri by Red Rooster Trading Company. Great product. Okay, that's grinding beans. Now brewing. There's a lot of different methods. In fact, I have an article on our website. All you have to do is go to our website, lakecitycoffee.com, go up to the FAQ tab and look for the article, which also has a video, how to make smooth coffee. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I go through probably a dozen different ways of making coffee and the advantages and disadvantages of those. These are my top 3 right here. So I just used French press. I think it has more taste, but since we're using extremely smooth coffee beans, I'm not worried about it tasting bitter at all. because it's so smooth. So I'm getting full-bodied, full-flavored, and smooth out of a French press. Now, if I was using beans that weren't quite as good, I might go with the slow pour-over. Okay, this is a Melita, made in the USA, by the way, along with the Melita filters. You see them everywhere. So that'll make it smoother. This, my friends, is what's called an AeroPress. You can find them on Scamazon, or a lot of even grocery stores will have them. You simply put a filter on the screen, stick it on here, throw your coffee in, put it over your mug, pour water in it, and then press this down like a syringe. And this, one of my customers said, the AeroPress will make dirt taste good. So stick with that. So if you really want smooth, and say you're new to drinking black coffee, you've always added cream, you've always added sugar, you've always added those things, and you're thinking, I want to get away from that 300 calories. I want to see what real coffee tastes like. Go with this baby to start with, the AeroPress. Pretty darn neat. So, Lake City Coffee. Alicia and I started this 2015. The whole focus on it was basically we want a coffee that we loved. Super smooth. So we only have one bean from Costa Rica, and we have 3 roasts. White, medium, dark. Of course, we have decaf as well, etc. But one bean, 3 roasts. And the good thing is 50% of the equation for making a great cup of black coffee is having the right beans. We can do that for you, and we're there for you. So we'll take care of that. The other 50% is on you, and that 50% is learning how to make coffee, and that's what our website does. We're in your corner. We're in your corner to answer questions. People email us, they call us, they text us, etc., wanting to know, hey, how do I tweak this? How do I tweak that? Bottom line, drink it black. You don't need all that other stuff. You get the right beans, and the process of learning how to make smooth, great black coffee isn't that tough. If I can do it, you can do it. So, if you have any questions, get in touch with us. Have a great day.